In the St. John News of June the 9th, there was an in-depth article about Lynn Fenwick, a local author from Maxville, Kansas. She made a presentation at the Ida Long Goodman Memorial Library in St. John about her book Prairie Bachelor, which was named a notable book about Kansas for 2021 by the state librarian. The essence of this author and her 1 hour program is best understood from three different sources. Number one, newspaper articles. Although very comprehensive, they cannot, by their very nature, let us hear and see program presentations. Number two, social media. Although quick in posting activities, they cannot, by their very nature, let us hear and see program presentations. Number three, video news clips. Although able to capture sight and sound, they cannot, by their very time-constrained nature, be very comprehensive. When combined, however, these media forms complement one another. They document and enhance the days of our lives.
I wanted to write a history that was as accurate as a textbook, that was as well researched as a textbook, but that read like a novel, because I wanted you to stay with it. I didn't want you to put it down. I wanted you to fall in love with Isaac, and in the process learn about how hard your ancestors perhaps, or at least the people that settled this area, worked, what things they faced to simply survive and create this community. You can go online and you can read things online, you can search for things online, but there is nothing like being in a library or being in a museum, because you start out looking for something in particular and then you discover something you never meant to find, and it's even better than what you were looking for. What I found was Isaac's journal. It belongs to the Lucille M. Hall Museum here in town, and Lucille left so many things that they didn't get to all the boxes when I was looking for it, and they didn't know I had it. They had it, but they said, you're free to look. And this is the book that started it all. It's 480 pages. It's oversized like you would find at the courthouse. He wrote practically from page edge to binding. I wouldn't dare guess how many words there are in it, but it's quite a book. When they got here, one of the things was you had to build a home. You had to have a home when you settled. And it wasn't like on the East Coast. They arrived and they could go out and chop down some trees and build a log cabin. There were not any trees on the prairie. You might find, there's a story about a tree on the Rattlesnake Creek that I read, that people would go sit in its shade or hug it because they missed trees so much. There was a little problem with if you had a sod roof with snakes and bugs dropping through. And often the beds had some kind of a curtain over them so that at least the snake would slide off and not land on you. Any of you know about the burglary, the theft at the courthouse? How many of you knew about that? A couple of hands. Three, maybe. If you go to the courthouse, I went in and I said, is there a hole in the vault? And there is. I'm not going to tell you which vault, but there is evidence of what I'm about to read to you. A shocking burglary attempt in St. John distracted the attention of county residents from all other issues. On Monday morning, January 26, 1891, county officers arrived at the courthouse to begin work and discovered an attempt to breach the vault in the county clerk's office. Details were not immediately available, but that did not stop the rumor mongers from espousing their own theories. By Thursday, when the weekly county capital came out, more details were known. Treasurer Ed Landis and other county officers had arrived at the courthouse at about 7 a.m. And Landis had discovered papers scattered over his office floor. The door to the safe had been blown open, as well as the iron door to the vault. And although drilling had been attempted, The safe inside the vault that contained about $16,000 had not been breached. Because of the focus on the treasurer's office, the initial investigation had overlooked evidence in the county clerk's office, where 3 holes had been drilled in the clerk's vault door. That incident went on and on and on. Those of you who have read the book, the burglars didn't give up. They didn't get caught the first time, so why not the second time? Why not the third time? Thank you, everybody. This is within 5 minutes.